Hey everyone, so this reading is on or for Gail, depending on how you want to look at this. If you don't know what I'm doing here, please read the description below to get an idea of what's going on. So I'm going to be switching over as if I'm speaking to you, Gail, now. So it is December 18th or 19th. It's Saturday, so I'll be posting this the day that I record it. I think the best way to talk about this is to just recount the way that I even came to doing this reading today. Despite all of this written down here, I really have not seen much of anything with regards to you and tapping into your energy or the guardian angels around you, nothing. Like, this is just what kind of has been forced upon me. And I was sitting down writing all of this prior to recording. So this is from today. So you've been on my mind for the past couple weeks now. You were just coming into my awareness. Like, I could see your face, I could see your name, and then it would just disappear. And I had this feeling, like I knew immediately that I was supposed to be doing a reading on you, but it never felt like the right time. And the more that I sat on that, the more that I started bouncing around mentally. So I'm gonna cross this off as I talk about this so I can kind of get through everything. So I kept seeing your name and I kept seeing your face several weeks ago, and it was like, Gail, that's it. And then you would like disappear. I'm like, oh, there's something here that I'm supposed to be talking about or looking into or whatever. And then I started seeing Oprah. And so I was thinking, did I see Gail because I'm supposed to do a reading on Oprah? And it felt wrong. Like, I knew it was you, but I was just, I guess, making sure. I don't know. And so I saw Oprah, and then like a few days later, something was on my phone. I don't remember what it was. It was like a meme or something, and it was talking about Oprah. And I was like, okay, that's like another sign. But again, I could feel that it was really just a inclination, like, okay, Oprah, you know, Gail and Oprah, so it's pulling you towards her, like to Gail, to just kind of concrete it into your mind, okay? And then a few days ago, I never do this. Okay, that's a lie. I don't never do this, but I very rarely do this, where I'll scroll through on YouTube. It's like the editing part of YouTube, like a separate app, right, for a content creator. I scrolled through it mindlessly. I wasn't like literally not even thinking about anything. I don't even know. I mean, I know why I did it because I'm about to tell you. So I scrolled and then I stopped, and it was on 𝐁𝐿. And I don't think I ever mentioned this afterwards, but when I did the 𝐁𝐿 reading, I talked about the moment that I woke up and I knew to check the time, and I looked out the window and I saw 2 shooting stars. And sometime later, after I did the reading and I did other readings that just afterwards, it was still inside my heart. Like, I could feel it in my heart. That's where it was really like radiating from, or just like connecting, like that time, that number. And I looked, I don't even know what I looked up. Maybe I put the numbers in. I don't know what I did. I can't remember, but I saw that you woke up at the same time that I did. And I just, like, a part of me wonders, like, if you would have looked out the window, would you have seen the same thing I did? You know? And I don't know, I just, like, that solidified everything. Like, it's not, I didn't have any doubts about 𝐁𝐿, but that just, like, you obviously were very close to her, right? And so then that pulled me once again towards you. And then last night, actually, before I went to bed, it was just like, you were so strong in my mind, like just your name and your face. It was just like, and I could just see you like just not like presently, but I could just, it was just pulling me towards you, right? And then this morning I'm like, I have to do the reading, right? So that leads up to today, right? So this morning, the first thing that I sat down and I was just kind of seeing, okay, well, what do I need? There was something that I needed to prep for. So I could feel that I needed to prep for it, right? So then I saw, well, first I heard the word gallbladder. I heard gallbladder, okay? But then I saw, while I heard, so simultaneously I heard gallbladder, but I was looking at like it's kind of like your chest, but it's more of like your upper respiratory, like towards your collarbone and above. And I was thinking, is it your ear, nose, and throat, like a ENT specialist or something, or your lymph nodes? I saw something there. And then I started thinking about it, and what this is coming from, okay, is there's an energy associated to it. There's someone on the other side that's telling me this, okay? Not right now. Right now I'm recounting it, but in the moment someone did, right? So then I was thinking about it in the sense of like, what more is there? Like, what are you trying to say? And then I saw your hair. Like an emphasis on your hair. So I don't know if there's a side effect to something going on, or that's just there's to pay attention, like pay attention to it, or there's a side note about your hair, something like that, right? And I'm like, okay, so again, why? And then I could hear this voice of this energy. So this energy it's a female with a very soft, womanly, like it's a womanly voice. Like, I'm not gonna be able to emulate it, but I'm gonna say what she said, where it's like, I want you to pay attention, okay? It's okay, you're gonna be okay, but I need you to pay attention. Like, I want you to pay attention to your health, okay? So that's how they sound, right? Female. And this is the thing that I wanted to mention is at the moment I could only feel their presence. I can only perceive them, right? But I couldn't see them, right? And it's obviously a benevolent spirit. And I'm still, this whole time I'm like resisting the energy. I don't want to fall into the energy, but like, not even empath the energy, but I connect and like go up there and look at the energy, because I felt to try more on camera, like purposefully connect on camera to this energy for it to be more organic, because it felt like the right thing to do. Honestly, it just feels like the right thing to do. But I'm gonna let that happen when it's appropriate, because I feel like I still need to get through this energy or this information, and then we're gonna see what's going on here, right? Something else I was hearing when I was thinking about you. I wasn't connecting with you when I was thinking about you the other day, like yesterday. But I heard Gunna, the musician, the artist, Gunna. So I don't know if you've been listening to Gunna, if that's a side note, there's something about Gunna. And then today I was hearing, I couldn't pinpoint it. I wasn't really trying to, because I just didn't feel like it, I guess. I don't know. It just didn't seem, you'll know how it makes sense to you. So I'm like, I don't need to pay too much attention to this. There was like gospel music or Christmas music or hymns. It was like either a deep voice or a deep melody. in the sense of like, if it just sounds very beautiful, like a very beautiful song, that's like kind of soothing or calming, right? It's like a good song. So that might just be talking about what's going on with you, okay? And then I looked up while I was talking about this, and it says 9/11. 9/11 is very important to you because it brings me back to the last thing that I picked up on you. So I'm skipping all this. I'm going back to the last thing I picked up on because it's very important and I just want to mention it. Okay, I'll talk about it in the proper format, but I just need you to know, like, number sequences are extremely important right now for you. Okay, you really need to pay attention to synchronicities, or if you just feel out of the blue like this number is important, or why did this number come to my head, to look it up, or if you feel drawn to go into the details of numerology, or you know, you have an astrologist that you need to talk to about, I don't know, they use numerology. There's something, and I just saw 11/11. That's how long I've been recording, right? It's so important. It's so important. So important. So extremely important. That is how you are deeply being communicated with, not just with your guardian angels, with like passed away loved ones. And like really tapping into your spiritual journey. It's so incredibly important. And I think that you would already know this, and this is just like verifying it again for you. And this would actually probably be like, there's like a number that's like emotional for you, because whether this has come to you already or it's going to, it's like, when you know. And it's, I don't know how to just emphasize that enough. It's so extremely important. Okay, so going back to after I was picking up on this, I was seeing papers. Okay, it was like maybe like one paper or something, but I could see like print on it, right? So whether you were like, you're multitasking if you're watching this, which I actually believe that you are going to see this. I don't really see the format of how. It's more of like, maybe you heard about me, or you will hear about me or something, and then someone, like, then you're not going to watch it, and then someone will send it to you, or say, you know, it's like something about like I actually do believe that you're going to see this because it's really important for you to see this. I have no doubt in my mind. And so some way, somehow, I truly believe that this is going to get to you, because it's incredibly important. So I don't know if you're multitasking or what's going on, because there's like I could see like a papers and like prints on it, and so it kind of reminds me of like a script, or like the layout, like if you're doing like a talk show or whatever, and it has like everything, like key points and everything. So it just has like words. I saw like letters. Now I can't remember what letters were on there. It was like J-O, and then there was like an N-E, something like that. I don't know. And showing that you're like very busy, right? And you possibly multitasking, and that there's an emphasis, and this is more, so where am I getting this information is more like I was kind of just reviewing you, like I was just kind of like looking, but not really looking that hard, where there's this emphasis that I saw, but is being repeated back by your guardian angels. You're very business oriented, and you have a very technical mind and mindset, like a very business oriented mindset of like, how can I don't want to say that, because this is the way that I'm going to word it, but it's not in a bad way. It's going to sound kind of bad or whatever. It's like, how can I profit off of this, right? It's not in that, what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, it's not in that way. It's like, how can I, it's like, if I have $1 million and I want to do something good with it, instead of just donating the $1 million, how can I flip the $1 million into $50 million so then I have more to give, right? So it's like, how can I do that, right? And then there was this feeling again, just like here, where there was that energy that I told you of this female figure right here. your guardian angels were surrounding me, and they were saying to stop. Don't drop into it. You need to wait. So again, don't drop into their energy. Don't drop into their energy. Wait until you're on camera to do so. Okay? Now, then I flipped over into this other feeling. And this was being ushered, it was like your guardian angels stopped me there, right? And they ushered me away from your energy of like present day, like this, whatever you're doing, they ushered me away from Gail, okay? And then they showed me like Gail's heart, or like Gail's mind frame, or just like beyond this. And there's this feeling of despondency about, it's like despondency, sadness, loss, regret, confusion, like something like that, just like feeling off about some sort of ending or a separation, or like of whether this is love or friendships or something. And I was like, what is this about? What are you doing? And I looked out my window and I saw a sparkle. I literally saw, and it's 1313 remaining, so there's another repeating numbers, but I looked outside and there was not a little sparkle, it was a really bright sparkle. And I just knew immediately it's about Chesley. It's Chesley. Because, you know, I just knew, because I see her as a star now. Like, that's how I identify her, because that's how I've met her. Like, that's how I know her, right? Are those stars. And so to see that outside my window, it was just like a flash of like this like bright, like a diamond, like that color. And so I immediately started feeling very resistant. Because I thought, oh no, like, you know, in truth, when I first saw you weeks ago, there was like this, you know, I just had a feeling it was, Chesley was going to come up. It's 1144 remaining. And then 1818. So it's very important to tell you. So I'm just gonna have to look down and read this. But basically, I was just like, you know, I'm not fully comfortable. Like, I'm still getting comfortable with just outright telling people things, or like talking to people about things like spiritually that I pick up on, even if spirit's like driving me to do it. Like, I understand that that's my purpose. I understand that's my mission. I am fully passionate about it, but there's still parts of me that are like the residual parts of who I was, of like hanging on to this feeling of like I don't want to like step on people's toes. I don't want people to get the wrong idea, all these things. And then I could feel Chesley's energy so strongly and like getting stronger. And basically what she said was, and that this is a dual message because it's for me, but I can see there's something within you as well, that this is a message for you, to don't be afraid to speak your truth and have it misrepresented. If it gets misrepresented, if it gets misunderstood, so be it. But did you come from a place of love? Because that's what we need. We need more love. Isn't that what this is all about? Isn't that what this whole life everything is about. Like, don't allow fear to distract you from your purpose. And she was saying how, like, you need to be confident in what it is that you believe in, because that's all you have, right? That's all we are to a certain degrees of belief, right? Like, here, like, beyond and everything, like beyond Earth. And immediately when that came to me, I heard a bird so loud, and I looked at the time, it was 7:51. After I wrote this all down, then I looked at the time, it was 7:51 a.m. And it's the first bird I heard all morning, and I've been up since 7:50. I put 7:58, but I think it was 7:56 that I woke up. I can't remember anymore. But I woke up before 4 a.m. and I've been up since 4 a.m. And actually I was up before that, and I was just laying there for a few minutes. So somewhere between 30:45 and past, I've been awake, and I have not heard a single bird. So that was the first bird I heard. And before I get into something else, she is telling me now to tell you that she loves you. She loves you very, very much. And as much as she's like very happy, like she's like smiling. Her energy feels very light. And she's like, I love you so much. Like, tell her I love her so much. And it's like she can't wait to see what you do with something. It's just like, the energy I'm feeling is like if you have like Christmas decorations, or if there's, I don't know if you have pets, so there's like a dog or something, and it's like, I don't know if you like dress your dog up, or someone dresses their dog up, or it's like something about like doing something family oriented or just like very wholesome. They're like, she can't wait to see what you do with that or about that. And she's saying like, basically like, I can't wait to see you again, but it's not going to be anytime soon. So if you're worried about your health, so she's like, it's not going to be anytime soon. I really can't wait to see you, but you still have a lot of time left. You have still a lot to do left. You just have to keep going at it. That's what she's saying. She's like, you need to keep going at it. And she was mentioning, so going back to this, she was mentioning how everything is built upon belief. And it reminded me of like this thought that I was having probably like a couple months ago. So it was like shortly before I started thinking about you. And it feels relevant here as I tie down into what I'm about to talk about, which is just how we're like constantly simultaneously creating and destroying something. Like we're constantly creating, and as we create, we destroy. So it's like if you create something beautiful, you destroy the ugly. If you create love, you destroy isolation, right? It's like there's just a simultaneous creation and destruction. So what do you put your energy towards to create in order to destroy? Like what do you want to destroy in order to create, right? And so I was just thinking about that, and that's what led me to, like, from what she was saying, it just led me to that, and then it felt very relevant for you. And then I noticed this is like everyone, and by everyone I mean like, I don't know, I don't know if this is your mother or like a mother figure or an ancestor, because when I was gonna say your guardian angels, Chesley, like everyone that I'm mentioning, and then I was brought to her that I was talking about earlier. And she wanted me to like verify who she is, like mother, grandmother, or like some sort of energy that's like a strong female for you, like an ancestor. But she feels very spiritual, like very, very spiritual. So maybe if this isn't someone that you know in real life that has passed away, then this would be someone, I think you probably knew her. Honestly, I really do. Unless she's just always been with you your entire life, right, as a spirit. But you would know exactly who that is. I don't think there's any question. You would know who that is just by what I've already told you. You would just intuitively know. So they pointed out that you're going through a lot of deep thinking of life, love, loss, friendships, tragedy in every sense, the deeper meaning of it all. Not just life, not just decisions, not just spirituality, just everything. Just all, everything, all. And that's when I got Robert Frost. And as I saw it, the way I saw Robert Frost was like this feeling. It was this feeling of simplicity. It's like nature. like nature is so simple. Like nature is so simple. There's no second guessing in nature's in nature, right? Like when you connect with an animal, like you know, like they are unabashedly themselves, right? Or like the way that nature responds, like plants and everything, like it's very simple. And we are nature, so it's like taking yourself back into the simplicity of your truest form. And there's a message somewhere, and it's simple but yet expansive. And so that was the feeling I was getting with Robert Frost, and there's a message there within some of his work. And I was strictly told, do not look into it myself to guide you towards anything more specific with that. Like, you have to find this yourself, or you should, and you would want to find this yourself anyway. It's not like it's much more fun for you, I think, or I know, like, to find what that message is. And when I talked about 9/11, I started rapidly seeing number patterns, and it was emergency, to look into Robert Frost or connect to the simplicity of something there, right? It's very urgent that you start looking into that. And as I was getting all this information simultaneously, so I started separating myself, like stepping away from this information, and your guardian angels were guiding me back into it to pick up certain number patterns for you. So they're like discerning, they're like, helping me, and they're like, no, you need to get these numbers, but leave the rest alone. So I got 247, I'll write it bigger, 247. I have 40, oh gosh, I thought I was doing it right. I got 42 and I got 48. So these are the numbers to look into: 42, 48, 247. Those are the only ones I got. There's plenty more for you, but this is very important that you look into these numbers. Just do like the numbers and put angel numbers into Google and it'll tell you something about you that you need to hear. This is very important. I wrote this and I forgot to mention it, but this is very emotional. The whole Chesley comments that I was making, I could feel like pressure in my chest building up. I could feel it in my ears. My head and my ears were slightly popping, and I could feel tingles in my forearms as I was picking this information up. And so that's everything that I got prior to this. That was actually quite a bit now that I walked through it all. It didn't feel like it. So the message, overall message here that I'm getting is that they love you so much. And when I say they, I am speaking collectively of everyone that I mentioned, okay? So I'm just going to speak collectively for them because it's all very much the same message. They love you so much, and they're so proud of you and the woman that you've become and the woman that you are continuing to be. They're saying like you need to take care of your health. You need to pay attention to your health, but don't overextend yourself and over worry yourself with regards to that, and also with other people. It's like take back a little bit of your peace of mind, your energy, and worry about things that are actually going to fulfill you and make you happy, right? Because it feels like you're doing a lot for other people, you're not doing enough for yourself. And that's a very beautiful quality about you, very admirable quality about you, but they really want you to enjoy your life and your successes and the things that you enjoy. And again, it's like what you're passionate about, your passion projects, like what is your soul's journey and your soul's purpose. And I think there's a little bit of friction there in the sense that it's like, well, maybe I don't know, or is it too late, or what is it, or do I have enough time, or what am I trying to figure out? Should it be this long? Shouldn't I have figured this all out? There's like confusion, not confusion, but almost like tension there, a little bit of stress there. They're saying, don't worry, don't stress about that. That is the least, like, and then they're laughing and they're like, if you say it this way, it's going to sound like you have more concerns, but I was going to say the least of your concerns, but it's like, you really don't have that many concerns in truth. Like truly honor this present moment, this life, moment by moment, this experience, this identity as Gail. Like really just sink into it and feel every bit of it, every moment of it, and really see it in its enriched form. Really feel it into it. And they're like, you have so much to be grateful for. You have so much to be grateful for, just as we are so grateful to be a part of your experience. And the way that I interpreted it was as part of your life, but the way, like they're grateful to be part of your life, but the way that they switched it for me is because that's really just the way that I'm communicating it. And so I tried to change it to experience, but that still is not enough. It's still not enough. It's and the way that I'm like, I should have just filmed my face, but like I'm doing sign language. I'm not actually doing sign language, but it's more of like the movements of sign language, because it feels like it's deeper than that. I mean, obviously it's deeper than that, but it's like we're not just grateful for this experience. We're not just grateful for you as Gail. We're grateful for it all. And there's this the word that I just got was reverence. There's a lot of you. They associate that word with you, reverence. There's a lot of reverence to your soul, to your soul's growth, to your soul's purpose, to your soul's mission. And there's something that because I just heard you shouldn't be, you don't have to be, and you shouldn't be, and you don't have to be And you don't want to be ashamed of a path that you may have taken. Don't be ashamed of the past and the path that you took. Because we're all not perfect. We all have our own choices and our own experiences and our own growth that we decided to do. You have no reason to be ashamed. And there's something that woman is coming through, and I can kind of see her a little bit better now. The way that she's revealing herself, she looks like she could be related to you. She looks like she's related to you, like biologically related to you. And she like leaned back and leaned forward, and she's like, she's a lot smarter than she gives herself credit for. It's like she is way smarter. She's way more aware. She's way more like acutely, intuitively aware. Like she's very like she knows what's going on here. She doesn't give herself enough credit. You don't give yourself enough credit. And she's like laughing. She's laughing and she's like, you'll see. She's saying it to you like, you'll see, you'll see. You don't give yourself enough credit, and it's like gonna be kind of funny when you figure it all out. Like even as you cross over many later down the road, you're gonna see just how acutely aware you are about life beyond. You're very aware. All right, so there's something about your house too that you need to take care of. Because I was gonna switch just to get like a couple things here off these decks for fun, and they're like, wait. Tell her she needs to take care of, and I can't interpret it. It's something to do with like you need to take action when it comes to something in your house, like inside your house. I don't know if there's something inside. It's not like something major like the foundation or anything. It's like something inside your house. Maybe it's the Christmas decorations. Maybe it's the dogs or whatever. Maybe it's just kind of, I don't know, unwrapping packages or something. I don't know. Like just making sure to tell her she needs to take care of this. But it's like it's like an all. It's just fun. They're just fun. It's like, yeah. Practice compassion. See things from a fresh perspective. There's that little birdie right there. Romance. Okay. Lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. This is compassion. Yeah, a little bit towards others, but it's especially towards yourself. Practicing more compassion with yourself. And I'm noticing that, I don't know if that's a crystal in here, some sort of geode or something. Consider your foundation, turn your heart. I don't know, anything real is union hearts, express love through gifts. I actually have this. This was, long story short, there's this healer. I'm not sure what they consider themselves, but I'm not really much of a geode person. I mean, just for fun or whatever. Anyway, so they picked this out for me, and it's a pray night. And I was actually thinking about this before I did all of this, and it reminded me of this again. So I would look into the spiritual meaning of pray night, I believe it's �PREHNITE, Prehnite. Yeah, I don't know. Look into that. Look at whatever you feel is relevant there for you. Let me pull some more here. There's emphasis on birds. Yeah, something about, I'm not going to get into it. Maybe I did more than I realized, but there is something here about love, right? Because when this card particularly comes out for me, I always think about romantic relationships. There's one hiding here. And then the romance came up again. So that must be important here. Cool. Okay, what's this say? Okay, let's just take it. Okay, so get more information, and I was like, what's the information? Look for a sign. It was just funny because it's like, I feel like that's really a theme here with repeating numbers, with the sparkle that I saw, and you just being so in tune and intuitive. And I was saying, like, go to whomever you might need to go to. Also go to a doctor if you need to go to a doctor if you haven't yet. If there's any sort of like mending in relationships that you are, especially a relationship with yourself, even if this is a severing of a relationship, then this is the enhancement of a personal relationship within your own self, right? But also if there's anything in particular that you feel that you need to get more information about and looking for a sign, or maybe this is in particular is a sign for you, but to continue to pay attention to those, right? Improving health, this is exactly what's going on with you. Taking action, right? And then we have reconsider, choose a new direction. Meditation brings, what? Oh, here. Meditation brings answers. I'm going to look at this a minute. This looks like, did I mention this? Did I talk about Archangel Michael? I don't think I did. I felt the presence. I felt this energy, and I had this quick thought. At one point, I don't know if this was before your reading or during, Archangel Michael. And this is what it's reminding me once again of Archangel Michael. And so, oh my goodness, I just feel like, I feel like you're getting a lot of communication from the other side, okay? And I'm not sure what exactly you're reconsidering. Again, this is a very shallow look at what's going on with you. It may not seem like it because it's a very extensive reading, but truthfully, I'm very shallowly looking at everything. So you kind of just get a glossing of everything that's kind of going on, but it should at least redirect you in something, right? And so what I'm seeing here, though, is this feeling of you turning away from the public eye, or you turning away from your family, or you turning away from your friends, or you turning your back on something, or even turning your back on your spiritual gifts, you know, of like, and then not fully, but it's in the sense of like going inward. It's like, I feel ashamed, or I feel scared, or I feel sad, or I feel hurt, I feel, you know, these feelings that are causing you to want to isolate, causing you to want to turn away, causing you to want to hide. And it goes back to what I was saying about myself and the feelings that I was getting that I feel were very relevant to you. And then Chesley coming through of saying, do not be afraid to be yourself. Do not be afraid to speak out when it's from love. You should never be ashamed. You should never be too proud. You should never be too afraid. Like, when it comes to, do everything through love, and you will be brave always. It's very important that you do that. at this time, especially when the world needs more love right now. And I just see like this feeling of you actually praying, right? So we saw the pray night, we see Archangel Michael, we see all this, and gospels and hymns, and it just feels like you, in meditation can be, you know, prayer can be a form of meditation. I just see it all making sense. It's not answers coming to you. It's not this coming. It's just because you have it all. You have it all already. So it starts to make sense for you. Like you start putting it together, which probably comes to you in some form with regards to Robert Frost. There's something there that I feel it's pulling me back over there. Okay. And this healing, I didn't even say healing, improving health, I feel like it's spiritual healing that is also going to physically heal you as well. It's almost as if like the cells in your body, it's like you're out of alignment very slightly. Okay, it's not a major thing. You're very slightly out of alignment because of this turning away from some sort of feeling. And what it's doing is it's causing you to either, it could possibly be making you sick, or it's causing you to heal at a slower rate. So as you identify and you really pay attention and just acknowledge and face it head on of how you are feeling spiritually, or what you're perceiving spiritually, or what you're connecting to spiritually, you know, and really just, it's an overall healing of just even the things that you may have be ashamed of, or all of these things. When you just go head on and say, like, this is me, just as the nature thing, unabashedly me. And that's really the biggest form of self-love and self-care, is just unashamed to be you, truly you, and courageous. It feels like your cells, it's like mentally your brain is gonna process that, and is gonna deliver information to your cellular body, and it's gonna help heal you. Okay. Oh, I didn't even flip these over. Journey, all tied up. This is where you were. This is where you were. This is where you were. You're not here anymore. I don't believe it. You know, you might say you are, like, out right now, let's say, whatever time you're gonna, like, whether it's the time I'm posting this, or recording this, or the time that you watch this. But no, you're not. You're not all tied up. You don't need to retreat into yourself. You let yourself out of there. You untie yourself. You free yourself, and you journey. You let your heart light turn on. You turn your heart light on, right? Yeah, I'm getting dual messages here. I just want to skip over to these. Okay, I want to skip over this because, and this, look up, look forward, welcome new developments for positive change. Beautiful souls, you inspire and uplift others. You do this by being you, by being true to you. Okay, this is giving me multiple messages because I do feel like there's this physical, tangible gift. There's some sort of physical, tangible gift that you're either giving or receiving, or both. And it feels like the recipient is very grateful, but you there's something just deeper. It's like this tangible gift means so much to you, and that's why you're gifting it. That's what it feels like. It's like, I'm giving this because, you know, something meant so much to me. Or it's like very important to me. I want to read all of these to you. This is vulnerability. Listen to your vulnerable feelings as they contain wisdom and inspiration, then pray for strength to focus on your priorities no matter what. Place your priorities at the top of your to-do list and don't allow distractions to deter your focus with the time management. So although you're a very busy person, that's your priorities, your vulnerability, your feelings. That's what's important right now, is your heart. And I'm seeing a vision board. That's what I'm seeing. Like, she has something on her lap. I'm not sure what that is, but there's an importance to a vision board. Like, it's just showing me like a blank vision board. And it's this feeling of like, you can be anything and you can do anything. And something on the vision board that you're going to put has something to do with this physical gift that I'm talking about. There's like, or maybe it's another physical gift. There's like another connection there. And there's a little bit of a, like, they're reprimanding you, like your guardian angels. They're kind of like reprimanding you, like playfully, like, you do not walk away from this. Do not step away from this. Do not, like, you need to do this. You know, don't put this on the back burner. You know this is important. You are the most important, right? It's not your accolades. It's not other people. You know, you've done so much for other people. Let's do for you. And maybe even this physical thing is like a gift for yourself, right? It could even be a gift for yourself that you're receiving, and it's very important. It's like this highlight in your life. It's like, this is to hallmark this particular thing or achievement, you know, like a personal achievement, a spiritual achievement. And that's what I see. Okay, so we have patience. Patience is required at the moment. You may be feeling that things are not moving as fast as you would like, yet there's a lot going on energetically. The current situation causing concern is evolving positively. Let go and have patience. You will eventually realize that this whole event was in fact a blessing. All is perfect as it is. Trust, you're eternally loved and guided. Creativity. We, your angelic messengers, are here to help unleash the endless creative potential that you possess. Listen to the whispers of love inside your heart as we communicate with you through feeling and emotion. Let go of fear and apprehension and express the endless source of creativity you possess. Have fun and allow your inner child within you to express your true essence. All is valid. Jewel. Every event in life presents us with a new opportunity to experience ever greater love. There is a jewel to be found within every teardrop. Trust. We, your angels, are guiding the current events. This is the time in which you and those close to you will emerge strengthened by ever greater bonds of love. Trust. There's nothing to fear. There's only love. Compassion. Dearest one, be compassionate towards yourself. Surrender the self-criticism and fear that has you believing you need to improve in order to be worthy. You are perfect just as you are. The only thing that needs to change is your perception. You will come to realize the jewel you are when you love and honor yourself as you are. And that's what I see for you. Alright? Thanks. Bye.